In the district, the deal to bring the Washington Commanders back to D.C. has taken a big step closer to reality. This past week, D.C. Council Chair Phil Mendelson announced an amended deal with the RFK Stadium proposal that was worked out between Mayor Bowser and the team. Under the deal, the Commanders would put in $2.7 billion, and D.C. taxpayers would contribute just over $1 billion. Jenny Gathright covers D.C. government for the Washington Post and joins us with the latest developments this morning. Jenny, good to see you again. You and I were at the briefing with the council chair the other day. Let's start off with explaining to folks what is different about this deal than the one Mayor Bowser had announced in the spring.
Yeah, we were right next to each other when Mendelson was explaining this. His deal honestly keeps much of the mayor's deal with the team intact. It keeps the $850 million investment from the city in stadium infrastructure and parking garages that the council is slated to approve through this next year's budget this coming week. Much of what it changes focuses on basically recouping future revenues that are projected to come from the stadium. So it adds a tax on parking that would go to the city. Instead of going to a fund that reinvests in the stadium, tax revenue from refreshments and merchandise would also go to the city, creates a larger transportation improvement fund. It sets an amount of $50 million for the Commanders to contribute to a community benefits agreement, and then it sets deadlines for the Commanders if they don't complete the affordable housing and retail projects they're promising by a certain time. So it makes basically changes to the future revenues the city could get from the stadium.
You know, Jenny, the mayor did sort of a victory lap, pep rally on the steps of the Wilson building after this arrangement was announced. However, this isn't a done deal yet. It still needs to be voted on by the council on August 1st. So where does that lie right now? Does it have the votes to pass, and who's against it?
Yeah, I mean, the mayor sounded confident. She said when she gave the deal to the council, it was on the 1 yard line, and now it's at the half-yard line. Chairman Mendelson is also confident that he'll have the votes next Friday, which is the first vote on the deal. But in order to pass, the deal needs a 2/3 majority because of the tax incentives that the city's offering the team. And several council members have come out, you know, in the days since Mendelson's announcement and said they want to see further changes to the deal before they can support it. So some of the things they're asking for are firmer deadlines on that affordable housing, higher environmental standards, more tax revenue going to the city, like tax revenue from tickets, the Commanders moving their business headquarters to D.C., anti-displacement protections for longtime residents who might see their property taxes surge. So I think that even though Mendelson's confident, there are some other lawmakers who are going to look to make their mark on the deal before a vote.
Hey, so Jenny, we have about 30 seconds left. So there are going to be 2 days of hearings next week. If the council, the majority of the council has already made up their mind about this, how big of a factor is that public input going to be in these hearings?
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of the pushback has been that those hearings now kind of look ceremonial because they're coming so close to the vote that, you know, people are asking what changes could possibly be made. But you know, 520 people have signed up to testify on Tuesday before the council, and they're going to want their voices on this deal heard. And lawmakers I talked to last week says there's still time to change the deal.
We shall see. Jenny Gathright joins us from the Washington Post this morning. Great job, Jenny. Thank you so much.